And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Today I'm excited to take a look at Ice Cool 2. So Ice Cool 2 is the sequel to Ice Cool. I know, big shocker there. So what is Ice Cool 2? Well, in short, it is an expansion but standalone game. So you can get Ice Cool 2 and play it all by yourself. In fact, if you've never heard of Ice Cool, that's fine. You can get this game and just play it on your own. If you already have Ice Cool, do you need this one? Well, here's the deal. Like a good bunch of Transformers, these can go together to make a mega game. Let me show you. Okay, so folks, this game has 4 penguins in it. They're going to be orange, teal, purple, and brown. Each player is going to get a card to show what color penguin you are in front of you, and then each player also has an ID card. One player is chosen to be the catcher, the hall monitor. So that person is going to start in one room. Everyone else is going to be starting in the classroom. And on a person's turn, if they're just trying to get out of class and get some fish, so they're going to flick their penguin. All right, that penguin didn't go very far, but as you move them, they're going to be spinning around the board depending on how you hit them. If you hit them on the very top of the head, it's possible to make them jump over a wall. Let's see if I can do it here. Not very well. All right, come on now. Dude, make this happen, buddy. You're not a good orange penguin. I can't get you up in the air. Gotcha. You can also hit them on the side, which might make them spin after they go through a door. The point is, you want to get them through doors. If you move through a door completely with your fish in it, you'll take the fish off, and then you'll draw a fish card from a stack of fish. So these cards are going to be worth 1, 2, or 3 points at the end of the game. You're going to be trying to do that and spin around the board and get through completely. If for some reason you're on the edge, you can always move to the closest spot on the orange line that goes around the board before you flick next. Meanwhile, the hall monitor, when it's their turn, they're just trying to hit you. If they hit you, they're taking your ID away from you. Now, the round is over when one player, if the hall monitor takes everyone's IDs, the round is over. Or if someone gets all 3 fish of their color, then the round is over also. When that happens, you'll set up and go to the next round. A couple things. Each player also has, as they're getting cards, there's 1s, 2s, and 3s. 1s are not the best, but you can spend 2 1s to take another flick if you want on your turn, or you can try to do a special ability. If you do a special ability on a card, each one shows you something. Now, this one says jump over a wall. So I say, hey everyone, I'm going to try to jump over a wall. So I do it. I did not succeed. Come on, go over the wall. Over the wall. Oh, he went outside the school. That can happen too. And then you got to come back in. But let's say I succeeded. Then I get to flip this card face down and draw a new point card. So it's a way to get extra points. The other one is bounce off a wall and through a door. And then finally just go through 2 doors with 1 shot, whether you curve or not. At the end of a round, after everyone has been the catcher or the hall monitor, whoever has the most points when it comes to these fish cards is the winner. Now, why is the hall monitor trying to capture everybody's passes here? Because for each one of those that they pass, they're going to draw a fish card from the fish pile. And then so that's what you do. And you could play more rounds if you wanted to, but that's the basic game. All right, now let's talk about combining the 2 sets together. A book comes with this called Ice Cool plus Ice Cool 2, and it talks about 2 ways to play the game. You can play in a standard mode with more than 5 players. You have 2 hall monitors and everyone else is running from them. But you can also play in race game mode. Now you can play with both of these with the layouts, and it shows you the ones from Ice Cool 1 are with circles, ones with Ice Cool 2 are triangles. And you have different setups that you can put together, including setups with sliding pieces here, where there's sliding boxes that you can move around throughout here. So I have one of the setups here that you can see. And it's plays like this, and what's going to happen is the penguins, I'm showing the race game here because that's the one I really like. The penguins are grouped in teams. So let's say orange and purple are on a team. So when it's your turn, you'll start from the beginning and you just basically start a race. Maybe that's my first flick, which was a pretty bad flick. My second flick can be with the orange penguin again, or I might want to use the purple penguin. When you come I'm not flicking very well today. When you come through a door that has a fish of your color, so it doesn't matter if it's purple or orange, we're the purple and orange team, you take that fish off. Once you've gotten all 6 of your fish off the different doors, then you need to get both penguins and they need to land in the final room to end the race. And so that's basically how the game works. It's a race, but you don't have to follow any particular path. You can go any directions you want as long as you get all 6 of your fish. You just take turns, each team, and teams could be one player. I could be one player having the orange and purple fish, or there could be 2 of us. You have the orange penguin and I have the purple penguin. But we need to get all 6 of our fish off these spots. Again, you can use the exact same layout if you're playing normal ice cool. It just shows you, for example, here, you can see where it shows the checkered fish. That's where you put fish for a race. And the colored fish are where you put them if you're playing the normal game. And that's how you play it when you put them together. Okay, so when comparing these to the original board, you can see there's slight differences. This is Ice Cool 1. The whole map has a completely opposite level on it. So let's take box number 1, for example, which is the bottom box of the first one. You can see that they're not the same, but they're just mirror images of each other. So this one here, they both, if I put the door here, has a door on this side. This one has a door on the other side. That's so you can put them together and make all sorts of layouts if you want to. And you can see the ice has a different sheen. If you've never seen this before, the boxes stack inside each other. So 2 goes inside 1, 3 goes inside 2, 4 goes inside 3. Then the last one goes inside that, and then you can put everything in there, and then you simply put the lid on top, making it very easy to pack up. The cards themselves are very nice. The main difference between this and the first game is it has these special things that you can do to get extra points. Other than that, though, the games are the same. You can mix the fish together to do different things, and the components for this are pretty nice. What a fantastic game. I already liked Ice Cool a lot. I already thought Ice Cool was a great game. Ice Cool 2 is the exact same game, just mirror image. Well, big deal. Why would I want to get it then? Maybe I want orange and purple colors instead. The thing is, putting these together, I never want to not put them together again. I already thought Ice Cool was fun. It's a silly dexterity style game with some pretty cool tricks. Now, you saw me do terrible shooting in this video. I'm blaming the fact that I just cut my nails, but probably I'm just a terrible shot. But you can do some really neat shots. You can practice and curve these things because they have a weight on the bottom of these penguins. You can do fantastic stuff. So whether you might look at this and go, ooh, a kiddie game, it's really a fun game for adults. But mixing these together is such a great time. I don't mind the big mixed game of 2 monitors chasing everyone. That's fun, chaotic, craziness. But the race game is where it's at because it's not a linear race, and I really like that. I might say, well, let's go this way. Let's shoot this direction. Let's jump over the wall here, then go through those doors. And then we need to get home. Let's shoot all the way to the end. And it's a really entertaining time. The races and putting them together, it's worth it. And honestly, getting Ice Cool 2 and Ice Cool together really isn't that expensive at all. And you have this really big, giant dexterity game that rivals these great classic games like Pitch Car and things like that. This stands up there right with them. I liked Ice Cool. We just did recently our top 10 dexterity games. Ice Cool did not make my top 10. I like it a lot, just to make my top 10. With Ice Cool 2, it definitely would have because it becomes this huge game with up to 8 people playing and just having a great, grand old time. I mean, I should get even more players than that if you want to put more people on a team. Then having the 1 cards give you special bonuses when you do things, that's a nice addition too. They have my favorite color, purple, in the game now, so there you go. I know some people might say, hey, they just remade it. It's the same exact game with a mirror image. You're right. But I think that's good for a couple reasons. One, when you go buy them, you can pick which one you want, based on the colors inside. But more importantly, you can put them together, and that is a huge, awesome, terrific thing. If you thought Ice Cool was great, then this one is the same thing, double. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent!